was better.
Ominous that he's getting a more productive break.
Well, this won't be as easy as the last one, even though he hit this break better. Very little body movement, though, when you compare his form to a lot of the others. Certainly some of the other Asian players that really hurl themselves into the break shot. Got a couple off the break, but again, this is a little tougher. And if for no other reason, the positioning of the balls, where they've finished, this won't be easy or straightforward.
Blue 2, top right. Played with follow. Across the table onto the red.
The problem area is from the green 6 to the brown 7. He's already looking at it. He knows where he's got to try and get that cue ball to. If he could get into the 8 here, he's just got a little more angle than he would have liked. He might have attacked it earlier, but he just didn't have the angle, Sid. The orange 5, and he's got to get the angle on that green 6 to be able to get right behind that brown 7. That's the one on the left-hand cushion. Well, he's got angle and then some. This is going to be a great shot if he can pull it off. He's going to have to try and slide this in and spin that cue ball with side. He's going to play the 6 into the bottom corner pocket. We'll try and get that done a little better. How's that? Now he's going to have to try and spin that cue ball over into this area here. And boy, this will be some shot. If he could cannon the 8, that would be great. But this really will be a shot.
So he's looking for position very near the rail to take the brown along the rail. This will be the rack winning shot if he can negotiate it successfully.
Well, total misset. The way he played that, Sid, it almost looked like he was going to bank the 7. He didn't want to spin it, try and get back into that area. He was going to try and bank it. Still just about went in.
They're trying for the ball to go back and forth. The white. Very unlucky, but this is where the Godfather could step in. The Magician.
Well, this is a tall order, even for someone like Efren Reyes. All the table knowledge that he possesses is going to be called into the fray right now. When a ball's right over the dip like that 6 is, position is so difficult to judge. Just how it's going to come out of that angle. And again, the position of that brown 7. That's the ball that's going to hold the key to victory in this rack. The first shout went to Toshikawa, the second to Reyes, but I still think there's a little bit to be written in this chapter.
It's maybe an idea to play the cushion first, to flick it in so you do have 2 angles, play either side of the cushion to go high up beyond where his cue is at now.
Well, Reyes is having a look at it from all around. He's basically circled the wagons here. He doesn't know how to attack.
Well, shows the tension. A world, for later stage of the world final, when the Magician is slightly stumped.
Well, now it's going to be a straight bank into the top right pocket. He's made his bed.
If he'd played that shot harder, he could have got a position for the rail shot.
Too much of a gamble. Here we go. Top right.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Brazilian Bustamante show the likes of Ronaldo how to kick. Oh, yes.
The master in his office right there. Efren Reyes looks like pulling back on level terms against Toshikawa, and what a big shot that was to pull off. Down goes the 9. The scoreline confirms 7 racks apiece. It's basically down to a best of 7 now, Sid. Whoever can take 4 more.
He was so close to getting a great lead on the 2. He's got more balls in than there's on the table.
Best break, one of the best breaks of the tournament.
He's a big smile on his
pleased.
This is exciting. This is so exciting. There's probably some cliches to come out with. I can't even think of them.
Leave it to me, pal. No time for cliches. What a moment. Jimmy with the shot of the tournament.
He's got to play safe. I think he's got to play safe, Sid. Get behind that clump of 3 balls down there.
Well, you wouldn't believe it. A legend of the game. Boss of the Philippines team, Efren Reyes. Oh, my goodness! What a time in Jimmy's career! To have now some technical awareness, top of his list.
Jimmy White.
Magic stuff.
Jimmy White trying to get my nickname of interesting. He's played a sensible shot. And I think he may have paid a few dividends here. I thought for a split second that Efren Reyes could play the long bank and perhaps use that 5 ball down there to play a double there, but there is the chance, as you can see, the blue 2 off the side cushion up there. But I think, look at that wobbly line there, but I don't think the shot's on. He's got to hit it fairly hard, and it's going to go in. It may complete the 3.
World Pool Championships. Oh, that is an amazing shot.
Great shot, but he's close on the 3. He cannot believe he's close on the 3. That was a tremendous, that was fantastic. That really
shot
was
of a
great
genius.
Shot. He played that with
Finds the 2
right-hand
out there.
side. And there was a reason he did that. Just wish I knew what it was. Now, is he too close? Is this a judgment shot? Could he misjudge this into the middle pocket? Or will Efren Reyes use all his experience to just cut it in and stay on the 5?
Well, we've seen some awfully tight knuckle shots. It's so easy to hit the point. Decide and rack of the match. Whatever happens, this replace in the last 16.
There's the trophy he wants to keep in that tournament. Like to fill that bowl up with champagne. May lose all your prize money in one go.
Well,
If he wins this, he deserves it. It was a great judgment to knock that ball in. This is tough.
middle of the pocket from there,
shot.
from a short
Quality
distance.
shot. He just didn't panic. He stroked that in. He knew it was a stroke shot. He knew he had to play it. It was with side spin. He just stroked it in. Cool and calm under pressure. One of the legends of the game is 3 balls away from knocking Jimmy White out.
But what a belter. Particularly the orange bank to 9 to pull it level at 8 apiece.
No, nothing wrong all night, Jimmy White, really, from a snooker playing point of view. But even so, Efren Reyes has managed to get out of jail here. And full credit to a great master on a 9-ball pool table, a great cueist. And I don't think Jimmy White will be too disappointed. He's come very close to
Takes
beating
the
Efren
one
Reyes.
cushion set up to put paid to Jimmy White's purple patch. But what a match. Particularly how Jimmy got level. This for the match. Efren Reyes, a very relieved man to dispose of Jimmy White, who produced this shot.
Seven racks to 3. Yeah, makes bullfighting seem like patty cake, bakers, man. This is a very cruel game. You can be on form on your day, but if the other guy dominates the table,
that was his best break, and the first time he doesn't have a shot on the lowest numbered ball. He finally kept the cue ball in the middle. Didn't get a shot on a low ball. The 2 is the one he would like to have seen set up over a pocket.
And nobody's saying anything about where the rack is, how high it is now. And he's also getting the middle ball, getting the one to go in the middle. There's several factors looking very ominous for Bustamante here. Not least the scoreline, 7-3 down.
Well, one thing about it, Francisco's been shut out for so long, someone may have to remind him what the rules are.
I remember years ago the great Leighton Rees was probably watching this at Pontypridd. He was captain of a 3-man Welsh team, and I said, "What's the team talk?" He said, "Win, just win." It's about the psychology that Francie. You don't need no more psychology than the bludgeon here. If you get up, you've got to run 6 or 7. What an ask if he does indeed get out of the seat. Oh, what a shot! Absolute brilliance by the maestro, brings the crowd really. Oh, what a shot! He wasn't on for the first time, and he put that in like a tracer bullet.
The only problem is he's got an equally difficult shot here against the 3, a very fine cut. And look at him spin that in around the back of the 4. This is phenomenal stuff.
Well, Merlin the Wizard used to cast a few spells down on the banks of the Taff. This is a wizard at work, weaving magic with that wand of wood.
The form that Efren Reyes is showing us right now is unbelievable, Sid. This is the stuff that legends are made of right here.
World semi-final against a guy who most people rate the best player in the world, Francisco Bustamante. And this man is doing just what he did to Suke, stringing them together like a blind fisherman mending a net. Experienced dominant here. Sometimes he wields the rapier, sometimes the skein do. Sometimes it's as fine as the smallest darning needle. Precision, immaculate control. Meanwhile, Busty sits and contemplates. Forgets the rules.
Well, this is the first time I've had the pleasure of seeing someone use that cue like a magic wand. But this is something to behold, the way he's playing right now. He is in the zone. 8-3, 7 racks in a row. And even when it looks like he's got to pull something out, he's equal to it.
In rack 3.
Boy, he found a good place to break from there. Look at this break. Coming down on the 9, coming down for the 9. I don't think the 2-9 is on. It just didn't quite go. It actually went too far. If the 2 ball would have stopped a few inches sooner, he would have a billiard on the 9 or a carom. And he didn't go far enough for a combination. It's not quite far enough. What we might see here, John, is Ralph may roll the 2 ball forward to the side rail and lay the cue ball right on the 9 ball. It's a good safety. may be banking the 2. Yeah, he's going cross corner. Nice shot.
That's a great shot. Have a look at the position on the red 3. He knew exactly where that cue ball was going. Well, Suke very quickly to get into the groove in this match.
He saw that he had the right angle. If he banks the 2 in, he's going to slide right up the table for the 3, and he did. Perfect position. He'll draw back right underneath his hand and back out. Oh, he miscued. A miscue.
Very rare you'll see one of these top pool players miscue.
That's the first one we've seen on one of these TV matches. Bad mistake at that point, because the rack was wide open for Ralph. He's working on his tip. He's roughing his tip up.
That's right, Jay, just roughing up his tip to allow the chalk to stick to the tip a little easier. He's got a shot now. That's not a good safety from Efren there.
Yeah, Efren was trying to hide the cue ball behind the 6. And as you can see, Ralph has got a shot at the 3 ball. It's open. Very long shot, though. Especially after you just miscued. He's really working on his tip. He's really working on a tip.
That's right, Jay. After a miscue like that, he wouldn't have expected to get back to the table so quickly, especially against Efren Reyes from the Philippines.
He doesn't want to do anything fancy here. He just wants to roll the 3 ball in. As you can see, the 4 is right there. If he makes the 3, the cue ball is going to drift out for the 4. No.
This is very uncharacteristic play from Ralph Suke. First a miscue, then a miss on a relatively straightforward pot.
He's a little shook up by that miscue. It's not usually the tip that causes you to do that. It's because he wasn't cueing properly on the cue ball. He was a little careless there. He was probably looking at the position he wanted to get on the 4 and just made a bad hit on the cue ball. Now Efren's in good position to take this rack.
He's run a little straight on this 4. The 4 into the top right-hand corner. He's got a couple of options. He could run through and then get play for the 5 into the bottom right. Or he could just draw back, take the 5 into the center bag. Efren's taking his time over this one. He doesn't like the position he's in.
When you see him come around and take a look at the 5 ball like that, that means he wants to shoot it in the side. So he'll draw the cue ball off the 4. See, when you see him cueing low like that, he's bringing the cue ball back. He's giving it some serious thought, though. He's got to draw back. He doesn't want to go too far. If he goes too far, he'll be behind the 9. Well, he played very carefully. The problem here, John, as you can see, he can make the 5 in the side, but the cue ball's then got to go around the table. Unless he's banking this ball. He might bank it.
Interesting.
Got to go 3 rails.
Looking through all of the players' profiles, 96 players, remember, in this tournament, at the beginning of the tournament. They all had to nominate a favorite pool player. The majority of them picked Efren Reyes, including Ralph Suke, I would mention. If you have a look at Efren Reyes' profile, that is the one area that is left blank.
Played bad position on the 6 here. Very difficult cut shot. Nicely done, though. Nicely done.
Nicely around, and Efren will be desperate to get a rack on the board in this match. Trailing by 2 racks to 0. No problems there from Efren Reyes from the Philippines. He brings back a rack. Ralph Suke leading by 2 racks to 1. A race to 11, remember.
Jim eager to get in, almost ready to let fly before she removed the How's he landed? On the one.
He's got a shot at the one. He's going to cannon. He's going to cannon into the green 6. Pink 4 in the corner. Jimmy White's got a chance here, even if he doesn't get position on the blue 2, that the blue 2 might be a combination of the 3 into the corner pocket. So as long as, oh dear me, oh, and it's opened up horribly for Jimmy White now. Efren Reyes.
Thin cut.
Efren Reyes has got a fairly just hit that near jaw. Efren Reyes going to try and play between the 5 and the 8 for position, but he's just about got away with that. Quite a window there.
Blue 2, red 3, quite easy. Pink 4's gone. Loads of options.
Oh,
nice nudge up, yeah.
Clever shot there from Efren Reyes. Very rarely do you see a pool player cannon into another ball. They prefer to draw away from a ball, keep the table open. But Efren Reyes is a master when it comes to keeping those balls under control. And the all-important 15th rack may well be going Efren Reyes' way.
Doesn't hold it as loosely at the back as Bustamante does. Two-hand firm.
A little bit of concern there with Efren Reyes potting that ball, a bit more body movement than we've seen from him on some shots, but it went nicely into the pocket. His eyes look focused.
This replaced the last 16. This match is looking good for 8-7, and he'll break off.